Hello, my name is Maddie Boardman and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist at Old Town Hypnotherapy. And today I'm going to be talking about 4 ways to support healthy mental development in teenage children. Generations of parents have approached these teenage years with a little trepidation, aware that there may be some turbulence ahead as their child slowly begins to morph into an adult. But children today are facing this challenging period of their lives with the added weight of a mental health crisis. Analysts of a survey named The Mental Health of Children and Young People in England showed that the number of children and young people with a mental health condition has risen dramatically. It stated that 60% more young people had a probable mental health condition in 2021 compared to 2017. The survey's findings were particularly worrying when we talked about teenage girls. It said that 1 in 4 teenage girls aged between 17 and 19 had a probable mental health condition in 2021. Adolescence is such a crucial period for developing social and emotional habits important for lifelong mental well-being. So here are 4 ways we can help support our teens to develop healthily. So the first way is to encourage autonomy. Humans generally don't like to be told what to do. We much prefer to find our own solutions, and when we do find our own solutions, we're much more likely to implement that solution that we've discovered ourselves rather than take advice from somebody else, especially parents. Teenagers are no different. In fact, more so actually, as they are entering a second period of growth in independence. The first was during the toddler years. They start to break away from the shackles of their parental control that was so vital for their survival when they were younger. Younger teens begin to rely on the support of their peers rather than their parents to navigate through emotional challenges. Their friends' thoughts and opinions and actions are initially very important to the child's emotional autonomy. As they get older, in their teenage years, as they grow, they become more confident in their own decision making. And as parents, we can support this process by providing opportunities for our children to practice being autonomous in the safety of the family unit. Encouraging a teen to contribute or make some family decisions, such as simple as what you're going to eat that evening, or where you're going to go away next, where your next holiday might be. Including them in these decisions can help them to feel heard and valued as part of your family unit, while also encouraging their autonomy and encouraging their self-belief, so they can start to trust in their own judgment. The second thing, we've said it before, we'll say it again, exercise. Exercise is vital to brain health. It induces good blood flow to the brain, enabling all the nutrients required to carry out the brain's job to be delivered, while simultaneously releasing feel-good neurotransmitters, and we've all heard of endorphins. Teenagers, according to research, need at least 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise most days. That's rather a lot. In research from Yale University, researchers found that teenagers who took part in organised sports had a more positive self-image and greater self-esteem than teens who were not physically active. They were happier, they were more grounded, they were less likely to engage in problematic behaviour. For some naturally gifted athletic teens, this might come quite easily, but for others this might feel a really difficult goal to achieve. Forcing a child into a team sport will likely backfire, so instead encouraging them to explore what else is available locally, encourage them to try new things. Making exercise a family activity is a great idea by taking an evening walk or going for bike rides at the weekend. That could work, or the best way we know to encourage them to move is to model the behaviour yourself. The third thing we've got to keep doing is keep talking, even if we get nothing back. You may have to get a bit creative here. Teens are going through that natural process of withdrawing from their family life. They become potentially monosyllabic or prefer to text rather than have a conversation. what's happening is they're creating some privacy in their lives. They're striving to become more independent, so they're starting with withdrawing, and it's normal generally, and it's healthy. It's actually quite a behaviour that's quite instinctive from an evolutionary perspective. If we think about cavemen teens, they would have to have pulled away from their primary tribe and find a secondary tribe to go and join where they could safely procreate. But at the same time, it is important that your teenagers feel like you still care. Just being in their space can be helpful. Just hanging around the sidelines, sometimes quite literally. Just being ready for when they feel like talking, even if that is 11:30 at night on a school night. You could try watching a box set together, even if it's something that you would never normally watch alone. Or eat meals together with the TV off, and be interested. Ask them about their world. Know who their friends are. Know what they're into. And if you're not interested, to feign an interest or develop one. Don't give up. Don't take it personally. They really do need you to keep trying. So prioritise spending time together and experiment to see the best time and place to connect with your teen. And the fourth thing is really important, and that's self-care. We have a lovely script that we use during trance in clinic that we call personal boundaries. And it emphasises the importance of looking after yourself as a priority. If we are calm and happy, we have ample resources left to care for those we love. We need to be comfortable with putting ourselves first and meeting our own needs. If we're looking after our mental health properly, then we can cope with the challenges of living with a teenager and whatever life is throwing at us. But when our mental health is struggling, we go back to that primitive part of our brain and we lose our cool, rational thinking. We can become impatient, frustrated, irritable, potentially a little bit childish ourselves. So we refer back to what we call the 3 Ps in clinic, the things we have to do to keep our brains mentally healthy. Positive activity, exercise, number 1, being productive, being purposeful. Positive interaction, hanging out with people that make us feel good. And the third one is positive thinking, challenging those negative thoughts, those negative beliefs and reframing them. With the concerning increase in mental health issues in teenagers, parents need to remain vigilant and not dismiss odd behaviour as normal teenage angst. If your child has withdrawn from you more than normal, or their sleeping and eating patterns have become irregular, if their schoolwork is suffering or they're becoming socially isolated or angry, it may be time to get some external help. You know your child best. Trust your instincts. At Old Town Hypnotherapy, we offer completely free initial consultations of up to 1 hour, either in our clinics in Swindon and Cheltenham or online. With our teenage clients, we request that parents attend the initial consultation too. If you'd like further information, just get in touch. All of our contact details or way to get in touch can be found on our website, www.oldtownhypnotherapy.co.uk. Thank you. Goodbye.